Salutations everybody, Vic Monado here, welcome back to more Let's Play Resident Evil 4. Today we're going to be starting off with some farming. You can see a huge batch of crows here. You can kill them any way you want, but I recommend getting a flash grenade. And apparently these crows are allergic to not really sunlight, just light. It's their kryptonite. But what's really ironic is that if you pay attention, one of them's dropped a red item, which actually turns out to be another flash grenade. Yeah, for some reason they dropped what they're weak against. The other ones have got shiny things. 200 pesetas is quite a lot for one crow to carry though, to be honest. Right, I'm going to speed up now because I'm just going to loot all three of these cabins full of items. I recommend you do the same. The reason I speed up is because I feel that we have a lot to do today. Now if you pay attention to this, I think this gate over here, listen carefully. It looks like the gate is securely shut. Wait, I can hear something growling on the other side. Yeah, I think I'll turn up the decibel boost there on the game's audio so you can hear it. There's a growling coming from the other side. But sadly the gate is shut, so I guess we'll never find out what actually was on the other side. And that's good. It's good when horror games kind of keep that sense of mystery, you know, like there's something you didn't know about. So it's good that we never find out what's behind that gate. Anyway, if you make your way down this door, down this ladder, it's ammo, and we're in a safe area. The blue fire here to the left will be the most reassuring thing you can ever see in this game. And this track, even though it doesn't sound very nice, it's just kind of eerie, it's still the nicest thing to hear in the world just because you know you're safe. You know, you get one little break, one little bit of respite. Then again, if you're watching this Let's Play before actually playing it, you know, you kind of already know everything's coming. Now, if you look here, this is actually this merchant's store. He's got actually like a proper store here. And if you look at how many weapons he's got, actually, if you look at the top, he's kind of got like an assault rifle. Actually, let's go check it. There's enough weapons here to start a small war. Look at that, you know, like, it'd be amazing if you could sell us, like, that assault rifle. That'd be way better than the TMP, actually. Well done, stranger. You see you've shot enough number of those things. Like I promised, to go claim a specialized gun at the buy screen. Don't worry about money. This one's on the house.
What are you buying?
He forgets the H because he's Australian. Yes, if you have shot all 10 medallions, or 10 at least, you'll get the Punisher. This gun is for free, and I'm just going to add it to our slot because why not? I'm going to bring it up in the pause menu just so you can have a closer look at it. So this is your specialized gun. The 9mm handgun will blast a hole through 2 enemies. And in my opinion, it kinda sucks. It actually is the second weakest weapon in the game next to the TMP. And at least the TMP's got an excuse because it's got a separate batch of ammo for it. It rapid fires. I don't know, you can blast 2 enemies with it, but to be honest, I kind of like what you can do with the sniper fit, so I'm gonna sell. There are other guns that have piercing that I think are much more impressive than it, so I'm just gonna bypass it. It's just look for upgrades, nothing here. Okay, so actually I think I need to sell a few more things. Gonna sell the spinels. Of course, keeping the green cat's eye and the elegant mask for later. I think there's still use for them. And I'm gonna play blackout. I'm gonna hold a note, and then I'm going to hold a note and see if I can hold it over the entire save screen. Yeah, I held it the entire time. I didn't actually just like stop the recording and come back a week later. And wait, what? 1 second. Where's my yeah, wait, it's still there. My pointer's disappeared. Maybe if I... Oh, right, I'm a freaking idiot. Apparently if you don't have like a gun out, if you just have grenades out, your pointer disappears. That's kind of useful, I guess. I'm not really sure how to think about that. I guess you don't really need to point a projectile like a grenade, but... Just gonna load up my weapons. We actually do have a lot of stuff to do today, and today's gonna be kind of our more informative playthrough of Resident Evil 4, because I'm gonna be going over a few more of the weapons. It's gonna be a nice set piece. It's gonna be good. I got a lot planned for today. Hope it doesn't go on a bit too long. We're already 5 minutes in, but I think we'll have time. So, luckily this game is very linear. There's only one other path you can go. Now that we know the merchant's down there, we can now turn right, which would have been directly across from you had you went straight ahead from the golem bit. Not golem bit, that big open area. I don't know why I call it golem. And now I can't move. I can... That nunchuck's working. I unplug it. Oh, now I can't stop walking backwards. What? Oh. Oh, yeah, I can move. Okay, right. Sorry, some technical difficulties there. That's what I get for using a different Wii remote today. You know, like for a while I've only really been using my gold Wii Motion Plus controller, you know, that you get with Skyward Sword, and you know, it's a great controller. I love using it. Kind of like having that silver Wavebird controller. But oh, spring. I decided to switch it up a bit and use my White Wii remote today. You know, go classic because this game isn't really Wii Motion Plus required. So, and now the nunchuck went on the fritz. So who knows? Okay, now I've never been for this area with the sniper. You know, like before with this sniper. So let's have a look at what it's going to be like. Probably scope out this guy here. And actually, I kind of regret doing that because it's actually more fun to fight that guy with the pistol. Because if you notice, this entire area is laced with dynamite right here. Yep, see. And there's more down there as well. I like how they light up the dynamite just to kind of show you, hey, it's here. You know, it's kind of misses the point. And yeah, just take up some easy headshots here, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of sniping that many things from far away because if you haven't noticed, I'm a little bit of like an item whore. I kind of love to have lots of items and like, you know, ammo and, you know, money and stuff, and especially in professional mode. So I feel like if I kill him with the sniper, you know, I'm not going to be able to make it to get all the pickups, and that was kind of cool. See, there's an example of the piercing right there. I got right for his head, and his pancreas went right into the dynamite and exploded. So if you turn left here at the start, you'll come across a grenade, which could be quite useful later on in the game. In fact, you know, you can never have enough grenades. I need to slow down how much I'm talking, so... yeah, this is the water area, and it's not as dangerous as you might think. You might think the floor... Oh, I've been spotted, you know. Good times there. The water is not as dangerous as you might think, you know, in this kind of swamp area. Although there are reptiles, there are snakes in this area, and I will try and find some. If I do find any, I will shoot them and show you. Whoa! And earlier on I was pointing out how obvious those traps were, and I just a bit walk into them. That was dumb. And let's just kneecap him. I didn't actually want to do that. I kind of wanted to do the kick, but I guess that'll do fine. That's kind of one of the worst deaths I can imagine, is drowning and getting stabbed at the same time. There are probably a worse deaths. Oh, there's a snake, there's a snake! Okay, we're gonna shoot it. And as you know, shooting snake... Hey, I totally got him there! Did you... How many bullets am I gonna waste on this one snake? It's getting to the point where the reward doesn't justify the means. Come on, where do you... Is that him? No, there is. Right, I'm shooting the snakes for a good reason because... Oh my god, I'm wasting so much ammo on snakes. Because you get these eggs. You have a chance of either getting, I didn't mention this earlier on, but you have a chance of getting either white eggs, brown eggs, and as you saw in episode 2, but I didn't actually mention it, or I think it's episode 3 actually, you also can get golden eggs. Golden eggs are actually very rare. I'm not sure if snakes can drop them, but in the farmland, you know how chickens can sometimes leave behind eggs? The gold egg actually sells for 3,000 pesetas if I'm not mistaken, and also can fully recover you, much like the giant large fish bass thingy, but it takes half the space that you know, like a herb would take, so it's definitely good to have golden eggs. Then again, you know, it's very random. I just sell them just because, you know, money. And as you can see, we're not having too much problems like keeping ourselves in good health, especially with the yellow herb upgrades we've been doing. Anyway, at this moment in time, I would like to go over the other weapons, because just because I'm going through these weapons, if you're playing along, I wouldn't, like, there's still plenty of other good candidates and good reasons to go for other weapons in this game. Much like, you know, that default pistol and stuff, I'm not going to be keeping this, or the default shotgun. You know, I do have recommendations, especially when you're playing in normal mode, because there's a lot more flexibility, and you don't have to go for the most cutting edge. Sorry, sneeze there. I might cut that out, because that was really loud. Yeah, so I'm going to go over the default weapons right now, just in case, just the ones we've went through so far, and just tell you what I think of them. Okay, so the default handgun you have here is not the weakest handgun in the game, but its power is pretty low compared to two of the other ones that come out later on. But as I said, it is definitely stronger than that Punisher. Whoa! Did he just trip and fall into dynamite, or somebody else fell into dynamite? I kind of like that when people fall for their own traps, kind of like, you know, the film Fox and the Hound from Disney, where the hunter gets caught in his own bear trap. It's hilarious poetic justice, but enough about that. So the default handgun is kind of the more well-balanced kind of choice. It's actually custom made in Japan or something, I think I read on the Wikia. But I should mention that once you've upgraded... Oh my god! How many of these guys are there in this area? Because, you know, you saw how many I sniped, how many I went down and kicked. And there's still like a huge batch of them. Let's lighten the load a little bit of the shotgun. Bit of crowd control here. We're gonna probably do a slowdown as soon as I all of them together. I wonder how that will translate into film. You know, always good for those production values, those special effects. I'm going to put this to After Effects and put like light shows. I'm getting well off topic. So, as I was saying with the pistol, when you upgrade it past all the, you know, the firing speed and you max it out, you're never done there, by the way. There's always one extra upgrade, except for, I think, one of the weapons. For each weapon in this game, there's actually an extra bonus upgrade, and they can be anything from ranging from like extra ammo capacity, power, or in some cases are very unique ones. And the default handgun that you start off with is one of those more unique ones. And let's shoot the snake and the dynamite at the same time. There we go. Kind of makes well, actually, you know, a shotgun has 6 bullets in it, so it's still a waste, really. But okay, so the default handgun has actually a bonus at the end that's very unique, where you have a, I think, 6 times higher chance of actually decapitating opponent with a critical hit. So the pistol becomes very, very, you know, like precise and special and all that stuff. And oh, there's a guy down there. And actually, I might still that one down as well, just because one of the people who's watched my videos kind of likes what I did in episode 3 when I slowed down the shotgun bullets. I'll just do it when I like, get a really cool shot or something, but I won't spam it too much, I promise. Just when I feel like it suits the situation. And oh, there's another Polastelos there. I'm not sure what to call a little whiny guy yet. You know, the kind of one to the left that I just killed, and that would have been really cool if that was a double kill, but Polastelos had to ruin it. Let's see if we can just... Whoa! Did you see that? Have you ever seen someone get like knifed in the knee, their muscle spasms, and they go like 10 feet into the air? What the hell? Oh man, if I could see that in action replay I would, but I can see it plenty in editing. But yeah, so that's the pistols one. I would definitely recommend it because it does become a little bit less useful to have a decapitation effect later on in the game, and I don't really want to spoil why, because I think the next video should show you that. But at the same time, it's really cool that the default weapon is one of the more usable handguns. It's balanced, it's got decent power, does everything a handgun should, still stuns them. So if you really like the style of the original handgun and the look of it in the cutscenes, especially since Leo's going to be using it in the cutscenes, of all of his guns, he'll be using that the most. Yeah, definitely give it a go. So that's that handgun dealt with, and let's just knife this one. Oh, I'm so... I thought I memorized where all the snakes were as well. That's kind of embarrassing. He gets one shot there. I wonder if you can... I don't think you can knife the snakes. Maybe I should test that. I wonder if you can knife the snakes. If anyone knows. Anyway, next we'll get on to talking about the shotgun. The shotgun is a very powerful shotgun. It's got lore on everything else, but later on, it gets an upgrade in which it can do is I think less damage depletion when it's further away. Because usually when you go farther away from a target, it loses power. But actually, we're getting close to a bit I really want to show off in this game. So let's go up here and have a look at where we are. What's that? Polastelos! Sorry. I'm sorry.
Vámonos.
Vámonos! Yes, vámonos, yes. Let's go into that. That's not even Spanish. Oh, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. So as you can see, this lake is a lot like Scotland, like back in my home country. We have lots of big lakes as well, so Spain's quite similar, and we also have monsters living in our lakes as well. We have a really famous one called Nessie, though he's a lot less harmless than this one, it seems. We got kind of a dinosaur, kind of cool long-necked giraffe dinosaur thing that looks kind of like a Patasaurus. And in Spain they have Del Lago, as you see. He was actually written about earlier on in last episode's, notes. He is not so harmless. He is a giant newt, which I guess you'll have a closer look at him. Oh, well, spoiler alert, in a second, really. We're just gonna... Oh, and there's another save point there. I'm gonna get all the items first, and then I'll meet you back in a second once I go to save point. But I'm gonna check outside, because, you want to save after you've got everything, so you don't have to get it again. And I promise I will actually be back immediately, not a week later when I re-record this. This has actually been recorded exactly afterwards, usually I would take a break, but... Yarr, shiver me timbers, we going on a boat ride across this lake. And... Actually, there's a little nice thing I can show you up here. You remember how we can catch fishes earlier on by shooting them? You may be wondering how we can collect them after we shoot them, but it is possible to actually shoot the fish in this lake. You'll see splashes every now and then. And if you shoot enough of them... You are dead! I'm sorry about that. I had to do that. Sorry. But, I just wanted to show that off because I saw it in a video. Anyway, let's get on the boat like we're supposed to and make our way safely across this lake where nothing is going to happen during our pleasurable cruise, enjoying the landscape on a nice little speedboat. It's a really nice surprise when we discover you're able to control this boat. But of course, you know, what they foreshadowed 5 seconds ago is going to come back to haunt us, and you know, I'm not a huge fan of that. You know, I liked how they foreshadowed it with the notes that far back, but when you see it, even though that scene that I used the binoculars in was unmandatory, I'm not a huge fan of them like immediately saying, you know, like, oh, you know, there's gonna be a monster here. Oh, there's the monster! No, there's no suspense in that. But anyway, we're heading towards one of the bigger set pieces that you no doubt would have seen in the trailers for this game. Actually, they really like to harp on this one. And we're using harpoons. No pun intended there. But yeah, basically, welcome to the first boss fight in this game. This is Delago, a giant water newt thing. And we're actually not fighting him the way we traditionally fight any boss in this game. We're in a boat and we've got an infinite amount of harpoons. I don't know how that works, but we're going to be dodging these logs by steering our boat out of the way. And I just clipped that there. We'll be dragging along by his tail because we are anchor stuck in him. And we're going to be just like continuously firing these harpoons at him. I can't remember how many exactly you're going to need to get into him to actually win, but there's a decent amount. And you don't really need to hit him in a particular place, so it's quite a big target. Especially if you're using the Wii remote controls. Oh, his main attack pattern is he's going to try and knock you off the boat, which you probably are going to see very soon. Oh, it's coming. Right, yeah, he'll try and knock you off the boat by either charging at you every now and then, or also, you know, moving you into the debris. And if you fall off, you're going to have to shake the Wii remote like ridiculously, or press the button ridiculously. I think it's the X button if you're playing PlayStation. And I think it's like A if it's GameCube, to try and get back to your ship in time. I've discovered, because I've actually, here's a spoiler alert, I've actually died I think 3 or twice against this boss already now, that actually your health really does matter. You know, I was wondering, you know, does your health matter? Because when you fall into the water, that's the only way you can die. But actually, as you can see, every time I fall into the water, like right now by accident, your health points get like deducted a huge amount. The lower down your health points is, the harder it is to make it back to your ship in time unscathed. If it's like in solid like red, like down below it, then you have no chance in hell of actually making it back in time. So we're gonna eat eggs now that I know that knowledge, because the times I lost, I didn't know that. I actually just thought that, if I shoot my weird, if I shoot my Wago, enough, I'll be fine, you know. But we're actually having a pretty good run this time, because like by now I would have fallen into the water twice in my other playthroughs. Although I don't want to jinx it just yet. This thing is obviously not a normal inhabitant of the place. He was awakened by Lord Sadler, which made... Oh, wait. Cutscenes. We have felled the monster, much like Monster Hunter, I guess. Oh. But wait! Oh no! We're being dragged! Now you must waggle as incredibly fast as you can. You can do it in rhythm with Leo rhythm if you want. But we get free, which is good. This kind of means we didn't really kill the boss, you know, he just swims lower down. So it doesn't seem like we actually killed Delago. He's just kind of, you know, resting. Now that you've turned him into a porcupine. Anyway, let's just continue on. Smooth cruise. Yeah, so overall, this boss isn't very difficult. You know, you're just gonna repeatedly shoot these harpoons into his really huge, massive body, And overall, like, while you're in the boat, you're 100% safe, that there's no way he can one-shot kill you, so just make sure you don't fall into the water, but even if you do, you can just spam the buttons as quickly as you can. So if you know that button trick where you use the index finger to repeatedly tap the buttons when you're using a regular controller, and I'm not going to make it out of the way of that, as I will demonstrate to you right now, it's not too hard to make it back into land. As you can see, he's not even appearing. I think the more often you fall into the water, the more likely he is to catch up. And whoa, he's actually quite fast, he's catching up! Oh my god! Oh! I was waggling so fast there. Man, this guy is very aggressive though. You know, I've already died once against this. Whoa! Okay. You have to really... The boat controls kind of like a real boat would. It's kind of swervy. It's not like a, whoa, behind angle. Is that him? Oh my god, he's actually catching up really quickly again this time. I already died against him. Please don't... Oh my... Oh. I guess one more time.